Hello and welcome everyone to Cafe. I'm Carissa Clark.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. It is great to be back with you to share all of the fun and exciting events happening this week.
Let's start off with Crystal at JoJo's Shake Shack.
Yeah.
Hey JoJo's. Yum.
When you look around in JoJo's Shake Bar, you're gonna smile everywhere you look because the nostalgia runs deep in here. And the food, the shakes, they are off the charts. And to tell us more about that is Jay Smith, who is the manager here at JoJo's Shake Bar. Now the shakes look incredible, but there's so much more than just shakes that you guys offer here.
Yes, definitely is. JoJo's Shake Bar is original diner classic. We are an 80s and 90s nostalgia twist to your American diner in a sense. And so we originated out in Chicago and we brought ourselves down here to Orlando where the 80s and 90s made a great culture here too. And you're gonna find that we provide a different variety of things here. We like to go over the top a little bit here at JoJo's, for sure. So we offer a wide range, not just our shakes, of course, our decadent desserts you have, but you're also gonna have some amazing homemade comfort foods. You're gonna have some great kind of diner classics like your New York style daily sandwiches. And then we put a JoJo's spin on everything, right? So we have a wonderful list of cocktails here, handcrafted cocktails, ranging from things like tricks are for kids, for mocktails, just for children. But of course, we want to cater to our adults to make sure we're enjoying ourselves. And so we offer some champagne sangria, things like that as well.
So the shake is really catching my eye. The cocktails, yes, as an adult, when you come in here in the evening, I'm sure you get a lot of people from the convention center as well. Definitely. Great to enjoy those. And the JoJo's spin, is it just all about fun? Because that's the vibe that I get when you come in.
Yes. I mean, it's right on our title, right? Shakes, fries, and damn good vibes. That's what we're all about. So we want you to come in and really have an immersive experience with us. And so we want you to definitely have a fun time, but we want you to interact, not just with the food, but also with our cocktails, like our cotton candy here, our tricks are for kids, and even our cotton candy martini. You can dip it right in there, watch it disappear. People really love it.
Let's talk about what we have in front of us, which is just one of your signature shakes. How does JoJo's go about getting all of that into a single cup?
Well, you can thank our amazing pastry bar and our shake station for that. They spend many hours getting these lovely desserts and pastries together. And so here you actually have our pumpkin patch shake. Every now and then we like to do some seasonal items. And we range right now. We have our pumpkin patch coming up. We have our winter wonderland where we'll do some different items as well. This is gonna have a candy apple on top of it with a pumpkin pie. We put a toasted marshmallow. You got a toffee pretzel there filled with some graham cracker and some pumpkin spice, which everyone really loves too.
So what reaction do you get from people? I mean, from your signature cocktails to the shakes, this is such a different place, and it's hard to stand out in Orlando being the #1 destination, but in a few short months, you guys have done that.
Yes, we absolutely have, and honestly, a lot of that is really just due to that uniqueness in the 80s and 90s culture, right? 80s and 90s was about that funk, that vibe, that bright energy, and that's what we wanted to bring to the store and to our food. And so we kind of allow the food and our desserts to do just that on their own. And with that, like I said, that interactive experience, that immersiveness when you come in here, it's not just eating a simple sandwich, you know, it's not just taking a simple shake. We wanted to go over the top with it. And so that's what our guests really love. Usually you got that wow factor there involved, and a lot of our guests are really enjoy that.
And the food also looks incredible because this is not just a shake bar,
yes.
You offer
We're
a wide
full-service
variety.
Restaurant. Yeah, exactly. And so many people don't really realize that. They'll see the shake bar on top, but we actually serve a wide range of food here as well, from suppers and sandwiches, entree options.
Let's talk a little bit about our cocktails because you also offer mixology classes at certain times throughout the year.
Absolutely. Right now we're offering a basic mixology where you can make some of our seasonal based cocktails, but on a normal basis on Mondays and throughout the month, they can come in and experience making some of our handcrafted cocktails right here. as well. One of those would be like our Smoking Hot Blonde, actually in particular.
Oh.
And we dedicate this drink to our Smoking Hot Blonde of the 80s and 90s over there, the lovely Madonna, of course.
Madonna, of course. That is all the 80s and 90s.
Absolutely.
And today.
And today,
is
right?
Madonna.
She's relevant anytime. And so with that, what we wanted to do was kind of just take this really cool drink. It uses mezcal, so it has a nice little spice just like she does, right? And we put a nice cherry on there, and it comes with a cinnamon stick. And we call it our Smoking Hot Blonde because you can kind of take our flame here and we'll light it up. And then once you light it up here, what you want to do is just garnish this right on top of your drink. And we're just going to sit it right there and just kind of let those aromas open up.
The energy inside of here, even though we haven't got a packed house just
yet, yeah.
The energy is here. What would you tell people if they haven't been to JoJo's as far as, what else to expect?
Yeah, I'm gonna say what you want to expect is really just having an overall good time with the family, with your friends. You're gonna come here, you're gonna love different things like our shot ski. You have our shot wheel where you can kind of it's like a Russian roulette in a sense. Sometimes people have no idea what they want to order. So you can come up, spin that wheel, it's gonna decide for you. It's super interactive. Of course, we have our arcade games, so we can't go without an 80s and 90s feel without having some Pac-Man in the room too. So it's very, very interactive. It's super fun and very memorable, which is what I love about it.
So what's it like to be here off of iDrive?
iDrive is very different. I think the great thing about being in this specific point is that it's bringing together the business aspect, but also that fun culture with all the theme parks here. And then of course we have Universal opening up very soon, and we plan on definitely evolving all those factors into the restaurant to give the guests the ultimate experience.
Well, that looks delicious.
Yeah, I've been told that it's one of the only places in town where you could get a real nice vegan shake.
Ooh,
Yeah, they've
well,
got
that's
vegan.
really special.
Yeah.
It's tasty, it's fun, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Very nice. The Orange County Office on Aging presents another edition of its Life Information for Elders series. October 17th, theme spotlight the impact of ageism in society. Participants will explore the economic consequences of workplace discrimination, healthcare disparities, and the mental health effects on social isolation. The discussion begins at noon at the main branch of the Orlando Public Library in Albertson Room and is always free. To register for one class or the whole series, email officeonaging@ocfl.net.
Art lovers rejoice. It's time for the City Arts Third Thursday Gallery Hop, where there's always something new. This month's edition takes place on October 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. and the series features a maker's market, live performances, and food trucks. And Third Thursday's footprint now covers a wide area of downtown Orlando. For tickets, go to downtownaartsdistrict.eventbrite.com.
You're invited to put on your Halloween costume for the 13th annual Children's Safety Village Trunk or Treat event on October 19th from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. This annual event is billed as a safe alternative to the traditional Halloween festivities of going trick-or-treating in the unknown neighborhoods or high-trafficked areas. Sponsors and vendors will park their vehicles around the village and distribute the treats and safety materials from their trunks. Children may dress up in costume, but it's not necessary. This event is free and is open to the community. Visit childrensafetyvillage.org for more information.
Make space on your walls and calendar for the 2024 Mount Dora Plein Air Paint Out, which continues through the 19th of October. Artists are convening in picturesque downtown Mount Dora with easels and canvases to paint local scenes live on site. Plein air is the practice of painting landscape pictures outside while creating an intense impression of the moment in the open air. The artwork created by this year's plein air artists will be available for sale, and for more details, go to mountdoraart.com. As we get closer to election season, the Orange County Supervisor of Elections, Glenn Gilzine, is here with us to tell us about some very important dates. Thanks for being with us.
Clarence, thank you for the opportunity to be back.
You know, as we're getting closer to November, to Election Day, there are some dates that people should know about that take place well before.
Absolutely.
So let's start out with the closest one since we're in October.
Yeah.
What should we be thinking about right now?
So the first big day is October 7th, and that is the last day to register to vote. So it's important that any Orange County resident that wants to vote in this upcoming November election get your voter registration form completed and submitted to our office before close of business on October the 7th.
So tell everybody, it is October 7th that you have to be registered to vote. So that you know, if you know somebody who's not registered, this is the time. Check your registration, of course. There are lots of different websites where you can do that. So where are we next after October 7th?
So after that is the first day of early voting. Early voting starts on October the 21st and goes for a full 14 days until November the 3rd.
So it includes 1 or 2 weekends?
2 weekends.
2.
Yeah, so state law allows the supervisor discretion to go up to the full 14 days. Some counties do only 7 days, but we, since we're the 5th largest county, actually, fun fact, we just now became the 4th largest county. We just surpassed Hillsborough by a total of 10,000 registered voters, and that number is going to continue to grow. So we're now the 4th largest supervisor of elections office in the state of Florida. And we are exercising the right to make sure that every Orange County resident has the opportunity to cast their ballot, let their voice be heard in an ample amount of time, especially for this very important election cycle.
And this, for early voting, it is not necessarily at your precinct. There are
Correct.
early voting locations.
Correct.
Tell us
and
about
we
those.
created 2 new sites. It used to be 20, now there's a total of 22. The town of Eatonville's Town Hall is now an early voting site. And then just south of the Camping World Stadium, where Lift Orlando, Westlakes, that's a new early voting site.
Great. So, and you don't have to go to, you can go to any
You can go to any.
early voting site.
That's
So
correct.
you don't have to go to your precinct that's not precinct specific, and they will print your ballot for you no matter
is
where you
correct.
live in the county. So it makes
That is
it
correct.
much
Yeah, we
easier.
have ample amount of staff there, a minimum of 8 to 10 people at each one of these sites that are there, and the times are from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay, so you have all day. So if you work on a certain part of town, you can do it, your early voting over there versus
Correct.
where you live or whatever it works. I always do the last Sunday of early voting
Yeah.
is my day to vote because I love doing that. And then what other dates do we have other than that?
The next big date that we have is October 24th, and that is the last day to register vote by mail. So if you want to receive your ballot in the mail and make sure that you're able to exercise your votes via vote by mail, the last day to get that form into us is October 24th.
Now, do we have the drop-off places, or do the early voting locations act as a drop-off if you do a mail-in ballot?
That is correct. So you can drop off your vote by mail to any of the 22 early voting sites all throughout Orange County.
Excellent. And then next,
The next is the big day, is the November 5th election. And so that is the big day that we've been preparing for. We have well over 2,200 Orange County citizens working as poll workers among all of the 259 precincts that we have. And we're gearing up and getting ready to make sure that this is the best election cycle for this county.
excellent, excellent. Well, Florida does a good job because of our past. We have had to,
Yeah.
but it is absolutely a time to make sure that your voice is heard. Glenn, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Come out with Pride, Orlando's annual LGBTQIA plus Pride celebration takes place October 19th. This event is centered around National Coming Out Day, knowing for many, Pride may be the one day of the year people can live their true, authentic selves. With over 220,000 guests in 2023, it is one of the biggest Pride celebrations in the Southeast and the largest single-day event in Central Florida. The festivities begin at noon around Lake Eola. Visit comeoutwithpride.org for more information.
Gather the entire family for this year's Happy Frights, a fun, family-friendly Halloween adventure throughout Orlando's Lou Gardens, featuring exciting, immersive worlds, live characters, food, and trick-or-treating from October 27th through the 31st. Happy Frights features a world of clowns and a crazy carnival, a hedge maze where you'll meet the Mad Hatter and hip-hop dancing aliens. Go to HalloweenInTheGarden.com for tickets and more information.
On the third Saturday of each month, Fort Christmas Historical Park free educational programs provide a historic perspective of some aspect of Florida culture. This month's focus is the picking and packing of oranges. Citrus originated in Southeast Asia and was brought to the New World by Christopher Columbus in 1493. Jesse Fish of St. Augustine established the first commercial citrus grove in 1763. The first written record of fruit being shipped out of Florida was in 1776, when 65,000 oranges were sent to England by boat. And that's just the beginning of the story. For more information, visit orangecountyparks.net.
Orange County Parks and Recreation continues its free Movies in the Park series with Disney Pixar's Coco. This animated film tells the story of Miguel, who dreams of becoming an accomplished musician like his idol Ernesto de la Cruz. Despite his family's generations-old ban on music, Miguel finds himself in the colorful land of the dead, where he and some new friends embark on a journey to unlock the real story behind Miguel's family history. The movie will be shown on October 18th at Cypress Grove Park and October 19th at Bithlo Community Park. For details, go to orangecountyparks.net.
So I had the pleasure of going to Ole Red for Taste of the Town, and it was so much fun. Let's check it out. Hello and welcome to Taste of the Town. I'm Carissa Clark. I'm here at Ole Red in Icon Park, and I'm so excited to be here because I love it. It's such a wonderful space, and their general manager, Brian Yule, is here to share a delicious recipe. Brian, thank you for being here.
Thanks for joining us.
This is delicious. I can smell it. I cannot wait for you to share. Thank you. Now, what is the name of this recipe?
So this is our entree called the Neon Lights Sizzlin' Shrimp.
Okay, wait, that is fun. That is fun. So how did you come up with the name?
So Neon Lights is a nod to Nashville and all of the downtown Broadway scene where all the neon lights are kind of like the main thing.
Yeah.
So it's a recurring theme in country music in general. So
Oh, that's a lot of fun.
it's fun.
Yeah, okay. And Brian's a little bit of fun.
A little bit.
You are. Okay, so wonderful. So please walk us through. It just smells so good.
Okay, so this one, when we designed this, we had in mind something that was fun and flavorful, but also on the lighter side. So we've got the two sides with this are two veggie options. So we've got fresh grilled corn on the cob. Who doesn't love that, especially in the summertime when it's sweet and coming out great? This is a relative newcomer to the menu. This is broccolini, just like its smaller, better known cousin, broccoli. But it's got a little bit more flavor and a little bit more body.
And that's beautiful. This is just a bright plate already.
Right, so the colors are great going into it. This one we grill on the char grill, and this one we saute with our homemade herb garlic compound butter. So a lot of flavors going on there.
I mean, you cannot go wrong with that.
It's great.
Okay.
The shrimp, they're peeled, deveined, ready to eat. These are medium-sized shrimp. You're going to get 3 skewers per order.
Oh, wonderful.
And let me see the best
How
way
many
to
do we have?
arrange
We have 1,
these.
2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a nice portion.
You're going to get 15 shrimp, and that's 9 ounces. So this is a substantial meal here.
Yes, it is.
So we also sprinkle it with our proprietary barbecue rub, which is made just for Ole Red, and all the Ole Reds have it. So it's got that flavor going on. Then it's getting flat top grilled, getting juicy, getting delicious, and then we hit it with our Nashville Honey Hot, which also comes.
That's awesome.
So you get a little sweet and a little hot,
Oh, my word.
and it's a nice little contrast of flavors.
Brian, this is so amazing. So, I mean, if you ever needed a reason to come on in an Ole Red, I mean, this is going to be it. I think it's inspiring because it's something that there's such a simplicity to it, but it's also incredibly thoughtful. right?
Absolutely.
Right. Wow. Now that is really fun. Okay, so when you come in here to enjoy this delicious plate, I'm gonna have a bite in a moment. I know that you have a lot of fun in here. So tell everyone a little bit about what goes on in Old Red.
Yeah, so we're most well known about our live music. We do live country music 7 days a week. On the weekdays, we have them during the dinner hours. And on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're going to have music all day long.
And what time does your dinner hour start?
So it's 6 p.m.
Okay, so 6 p.m.
Yeah.
All the way through. So you can come on in and get ready for some energy and live music and clearly some delicious food.
Absolutely, we're fun. We got a tractor hanging from the ceiling.
They do.
We've got world-class AV, sound and audio, so it's a show.
It is a beautiful space. I mean, it truly is. And so I also know that you run events. So is something like this something they'd be able to enjoy for events?
Yeah, on our private events, which we can accommodate of any size, up to 800, we can have anything that's on the menu, some version of it, party-friendly version, or anything that anybody could want. We can do carving stations, we can do sushi, we can do international cuisine.
Oh my goodness.
If they want it, we'll make it happen. The sky's the limit.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna have a little nibble because I'd be crazy not to.
How's that? Not too much heat?
Delicious. Like, I wanna have more. I wanna have more. Brian, so good.
Glad you like it.
Thank you so much, Brian.
My pleasure.
I invite you to go to the website for more information. Please come down here to Old Red so you can enjoy your taste of the town. Until then, I'll see you around town.
The food looks so good.
It was so delicious. It was fresh. It was wonderful.
Nice.
I really, really loved it.
All right.
Yeah. That wraps up the week for events. If you have one that you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Carissa Clark.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.